Did you know that 72% of millennials say that culture is the biggest factor when choosing a job? So, how do you stand out from the competition? How do you ensure that your culture is being advertised and being top of mind for millennials? Hi, Sean from Odyssey here, and today I'm going to show you how Odyssey can help you do exactly this. I'm first going to step into the shoes of a recruiter and show you how simple it is to create, publish, and manage a journey. After this, I'm going to then step into the shoes of a job seeker and show you how fun it is and fun and easy it is to complete a journey. So as a recruiter, to use Odyssey, the first thing I have to do is to sign up for a new account. Here I can enter some basic information about my profile. And this creates me an account. Or if it was more convenient for me, I could also sign in with my Google account too. So after logging in, the first thing I want to do is navigate to the Your Journeys tab. So this is my one-stop shop to manage all of my journeys. But I don't have any journeys yet, so let's go ahead and create one. Before we get to that, you can see it prompts me to enter my company information. So this is a very important step, as I want my company's brand to be automatically carried over to any journeys I create, so that when a job seeker completes them, they'll know who created it. So I'll go ahead and enter my company information. And once we get that out of the way, we can then start editing and creating our journeys. So we have to give our journey a title, and this will provide a high-level overview to job seekers about what they're actually going to learn. So I'll give it kind of a snappy title, such as Why Our Culture is the Best. So after clicking that, I'm going to be brought to the Edit Journeys page. So this is where I have total control over what I actually want to put in my journey. What type of content am I trying to try and advertise? What do I want people to learn? So the first thing to do is to enter a title and description. We've already entered the title, it's been automatically brought over. So the next thing we want to do is enter a description. High level overview, what's a job seeker going to learn? So in our case, we're going to write maybe something along the lines of learn about the unique culture at Demo Company and why everyone who works for us loves working here. Short and snappy, to the point, and a job seeker is going to get very enticed. But the main content of a journey is what we call steps. So each step is really a learning module. It represents a concise, bite-sized piece of information that usually is linked to one logical thing. So for example, we might have a company overview step. We might have a sharpen your axe step, just to provide some advice for if you don't have the skills yet, here's how you get them, here's how you can work for us. So you can also really easily remove and add steps. And because Odyssey has been built from the ground up to be as simple and easy to use as possible, if you want to reorder the steps in the order that the job seekers do, it's as simple as dragging and dropping. So I'm just going to remove them, as I just want 2 steps in this journey. I just want to step on Culture 101 at Demo Company. And I'm going to say estimated time, 10 minutes. I don't want to create an overly long step. I don't want to bore the potential job seekers. As a recruiter, I want engagement to be maximized so the experience is good. I can add a fun little icon. Maybe I'll add a globe. And then I can write another description on what they're actually going to learn within a step. So this is just a sub description just to provide clarity to the job seeker. So for example, for the Culture 101 at Demo Company, I might say you're going to learn the 5-point aspects of our value system and why we support innovation, for example. And so now we can see, before a job seeker clicks into this, they can see the title, they can see the estimated time and the description. But we actually want to go one step further. We actually want to add some content to this step. We want to actually add some learning content where we can put in some information and where job seekers can learn more about our company. So to do that, we have to click this Edit Content button. And before we can do that, we actually have a very handy template chooser. So this is just very convenient because in a lot of use cases, you usually want to either be highlighting a video, or you want to be highlighting a bullet point template if you're highlighting key values, key missions, or you might want a text template if it's a bit more technical, or if you want to start from scratch and build it up completely yourself, you can go with no template. But I'm doing a Culture 101 and something really important, and I might just want to pull in a video from my YouTube channel and just add some complementary text just to make it a bit more interesting. So I'll go ahead and select that template. And once I do that, we're actually brought into the step editor. So this is a very, 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 very powerful, rich text editor that gives me total control over how I manage a step content. So all that template information has been pulled in. I can easily come in here, change the title as I see fit. There's multiple different fonts available. There's different sizes. Entering in visual media ranging from YouTube videos to images is all supported, or even something a bit more complex like tables. Everything is in one place and you have total control over how you want it to look. So just for demonstration purposes, I'm not going to edit any of this content, but you could come in here and edit it however you please. So after reviewing this, it looks pretty good, and I'm actually just going to save that. And I'm going to come to my next step, and I'm just going to repeat the same steps. Maybe this time I want to edit a bullet point template, a bit more text heavy. Maybe it's something for a bit more technical. So I'm just going to save that as well. So if we scroll up to the top, well, the edit journey page is great. We can add what we need, but especially myself, I'm a visual person. I just want to see what is it looking like before I actually send it out. I want to get an idea of what the job seeker is going to see. So if we want to do that, we can actually click this preview button. And this just gives you a brief sneak peek at what a job seeker would see if they actually clicked on this journey. So we can see our title, we can see that our company information is automatically brought in. And here's where we can start to see that step content. And if we click into the step, that's where all the information from that text editor has gone. It's gone into these steps, and navigation is pretty easy. So I'm pretty happy with this, and so I want to go back to that edit journey page. So to do that, just quickly press this return button, and I'm back to where I was. So after reviewing this, I'm pretty happy, and I think this is really going to entice job seekers to work for the demo company. This really highlights our culture. So the logical thing that we want to do is actually send this out to job seekers. So how do we do that? Well, all we have to do is actually publish the journey. So publishing the journey actually makes this public. It generates a unique link and gives you the ability to send out that link to whoever you want. So if we go ahead and publish it, you'll see that now we have a new option. We can actually copy a shareable link. And you can see a URL has been copied to my clipboard. And this is the real power of Odyssey. With this unique link, you could send it out to an unlimited amount of job seekers. And if they were to go on this link, they get a totally different view. It's fully immersive. The nav bar has disappeared for maximum engagement. And all they see is your journey description, your brand, and the content. It's fully engaging, and it's what millennials want to see. So if they were to actually read this, they get really interested, and they actually want to click in and complete the step content. And what's really good is that we maximize engagement. As a job seeker completes these journeys, we give them a sense of progression because they can actually click complete step. And this brings them to the next step. So creating our steps in bite-sized content really makes it engaging and makes it feel like it's a game, and they're learning heaps, and they can actually come in here and keep going. And it's great for your brand because they're having a great experience. So if we finally come to the final step, you can see that instead of completing the step, a job seeker can click complete journey. And when they do this, they're actually rewarded. There's gamification inbuilt into the journey. They get congratulated, there's confetti, and they just feel like they've had a great experience. And if they come back to it, they can see, hey, I've completed this learning journey. But the strength of Odyssey doesn't end just there. Creating journeys from a recruiter's perspective is great, and actually completing them from a job seeker's perspective is great. But how do we combine this together? And to do this, we want to give our recruiters the ability to see who's actually been completing these journeys. So if I navigate back to the Your Journeys tab, you can see there's an option here for my journeys, and it's called Analytics. And if I actually click on this, you can start to see how many times your journey has been viewed, and more importantly, how many people have completed it, and who are they. So as a recruiter, this is really great. I can see who's engaging with my learning content, who's really invested in my culture, and I can use this to make recruitment decisions. And it can speed up my recruitment process and make it a lot cheaper. So, with simple journeys, I was able to create an engaging, fun way to learn that highlights culture, makes it top of mind for job seekers, and really sets my company apart. And I was able to do that all in the span of a few minutes. So that's a brief introduction to Odyssey. I hope you found this demo useful, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. We'll be sure to respond in a timely manner. And if you'd like to learn more about Odyssey, please complete our tutorial journey. You can find a link to that in the help section here. Thank you again, and have a good day.